Today we're going to talk about an energy shift that changed my life. And I know whenever I hear the words life-changing or change my life, immediately I go, really? Did your life really change? Is everything really life-changing? And in this case, yes, it absolutely is. It has been one of the most life-changing, life-altering, completely transformational experiences to work on my own home in a new way at this time. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't even thinking about it. It all started when I decided I was going to work on one closet, and I felt like I needed more room to put things away. And when I opened the closet, I got a sense that there was stuff in there that was holding me back in life. It's the best way I can describe it. And I closed the closet and I walked away and I thought to myself, I think everything needs to go. I think everything needs to go. I've been practicing Feng Shui for 20 years. I developed my own method. I've been living this work. What was in the closet was not traditional clutter that you would think about, like stuff that I should have just put straight in the garbage. However, within 12 hours, I had carted out maybe 100 pounds of stuff to the garbage. There was no salvaging it. It all had to go. There were old files. There were old papers. There were old things that I would never ever touch or use again that were no good use for anyone else. But more than that, I started to unearth so many things I didn't realize were there. And I discovered a lot of gems. So we're going to talk about this whole experience and how it can relate to you and what you can do to transform your life. And it can start with one closet. And my mantra is everything must go. Everything must go that's in my way. Everything must go that's holding me back. Everything must go. Here's what happened, and I'm going to give it to you in really, really bullet point form. And over the next weeks and months, you'll see new snippets of new spaces and projects and things that have unfolded. I'm only halfway through my house, but everything has changed. And when I say everything has changed, my mind has changed, my body has changed, my thoughts have changed. I am saying things and they are happening within days or even hours. Unrealistically happening. I am unrelatably happy. I am so unrelatably happy. And I say that because people are like, are you okay? Like, why are you so happy? I don't have anything in my way. I got rid of truckloads of stuff. And you don't have to get rid of truckloads of stuff to experience what I've experienced. And you don't need to do things as radically as I did. But I wasn't intending to. I just kept following the energy. So let's talk about it. And first, if you're new here, I'm Claudat. I'm a modern Feng Shui master. And as I mentioned, I created a whole method and school of Feng Shui, unlike anything else in the world. It is the school of intention. It's totally positive. It's totally empowering. There is nothing that we do here that you have to think about or wonder about or worry about. There is so much creativity involved in this methodology, and there is absolutely no fear, absolutely no strict rules. You can do this. Every single thing that we do in these videos, you can do. And you can do what I did that I'm going to talk about today. And so if you're ready for a great big change, you might want to join me in the mantra, everything must go that's in my way. Everything must go that's in my way. So let's talk about a little of what happened. I got into the closet in one day, as I said. I took like 100 pounds of stuff out to the trash. And this was back in late November, early December. So I was like, I'm ready for the new year. But what I discovered in that closet was magic. I discovered photos and journals and albums from my godmother, who's one of the most important people in the world to me. And now an incredible photo of her from the 1930s is hanging over my desk. I discovered the mirror and the table that used to greet me when I was a child in my childhood home. It was in my closet. And I marched straight over to the hardware store, got the hardware, drilled holes in the walls myself, and put it up. There was so much in that closet. It sparked a whole load of projects just in and of itself. So that was the beginning. Now, what happened next is that with this lightness, with this freedom, with this openness, I said to myself, I can't look at these sofas anymore. And so I decided I was going to get rid of the sofas. And then I was like, but I don't want the rug either. So I was going to get rid of the rug. And then I decided that I didn't really like seeing anything that I was seeing in this whole room. And I'm just going to get rid of everything. I don't want to see the pillows. I don't want to see the things. They all remind me of 2022, 2023, and 2024. And I don't know about you, but those years were the best and the worst of times. And they were the worst of times and the best of times. So there are some great times in there, but the bad, the loss, the significant losses that I couldn't seem to move past were everywhere I looked. Now, I talk about this a lot. Your home is a mirror of your life. I didn't want that to be part of my life anymore. And I also have been thinking of moving for the last years. And finally this year, I'm like, okay, this is it. Last year in LA. So was I really going to go and get a whole new house full of furniture? If I had to, I was just like, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to do this no matter what. And all of a sudden, a whole domino effect of things happened. I was given a whole ton of furniture. Someone else needed a whole ton of furniture and I could give them a whole ton of furniture. I was given the most insane art to hang on my walls. I have the most insane art collection right now. Unfortunately, I can't put it all on camera, but I can share one magic painting that I talked about a little bit in a live video before, but it's truly a painting that I dreamed of having for the last 20 years. In the process, I was also able to get all of my sound bowls that I bought and never used, put them out in my space, open the class that I never ever touched, and start using my sound bowls. I have had the most amazing inflow of magic come to finish my house. And again, there's so much more that's coming. Now, in the process, I have spent at this point a few $100s total. I have 1,400 square feet. I've spent a few $100s. Almost everything is new. You may think, oh, it must be nice that you have friends who can just give you all this stuff. Well, the people who got my furniture, they weren't expecting to get it from me. They didn't see me all the time and know that I was ready to just give them all my stuff. It just all worked out. Julia Cameron famously said, I have learned as a rule of thumb never to ask whether you can do something. Just say instead that you're doing it. Then fasten your seatbelt. And that's exactly what happened. So in the process of all of this, let's talk about the life changes that happened. I processed, I can't tell you how much grief that I have been to therapy for months and months and months and months and months. Grief that I've gone to healers for years and years and years and years and years. It all left. For the first time ever, I remember my dogs as healthy and young rather than in their final moments. And I can't tell you what a blessing that is. And that was just the beginning. I got rid of years of stagnant energy and regret and looking backwards that I couldn't acknowledge. Suddenly, when I opened that closet, I was ready to see it. It all started flying out of my house. I also got rid of so many excuses, so many ideas that I had to wait and wait and wait. I got rid of so much anger I had in certain instances in the past, in my childhood. I was looking at photos and making peace with things that I hadn't been at peace with my whole life. And then on top of that, I finished a project I've been working on for 3 years. And I finished it in what felt like overnight, even though it wasn't overnight. It took me about 2 weeks, but I redid the whole thing because my mind is new. My thoughts are new. My communication is new. I feel like the cells in my body just got an upgrade. Everything about everything I do is brand new. I decided to completely revamp the Feng Shui school this season because I'm different. And of course, the material, the method will always be the same, but what we are doing, even how it looks, is 100% better. Every single aspect of my life, of my work, has been massively upgraded. Things I've been saying I was going to do for years, like work out and lift weights, I'm doing. I'm actually getting stronger, guys. You can't really tell yet, but I promise you it's happening. And this is all from opening a closet and deciding that everything must go that's in my way. And I'm so moved by this experience that now in the Feng Shui school, we're doing a decluttering certification as well as the Feng Shui certification this year only. Next year, it's going to be a separate program. So if that's what you want to do, I am happy to welcome you in the seasons ahead. But if you want to join in the Feng Shui school, there's never been a better time because you are going to be gifted the decluttering certification. As a tribute to this experience, I want everyone to experience the gift of being free of everything in the way. Now, of course, you don't have to learn to do this professionally to do it for yourself. Right now, right here, you can decide everything must go that's in my way. Everything must go that's in my way. And relentlessly let things go. I have now scoured my home, and more, I'm coming back to things that I've looked at before and going, nope, it can go. I can give this away. I can donate this. I wonder who needs this. And it's all leaving, everything. And with it is leaving all the old things I no longer recognize. Your home is a mirror of you. You want it to mirror everything that you are. If you want to join me and everything must go in that mantra, leave a message below. Declare that you are ready and everything needs to go that's in your way, and I will wholeheartedly support you. There are so many videos all about decluttering on the channel. I am happy to make so many more. In the process of doing this, I got rid of a habit of scrolling on the internet. I got rid of habits of staying up really late at night for no good reason. I got rid of habits of sitting instead of standing and walking. Everything started to shift. The stagnation left my life, and now I'm unwilling to allow stagnation to remain. It's time to shake things up and make new things. This is truly a time of massive breakthroughs, and it's time to claim it. So have so much fun working with this concept if it resonates with you, and I certainly hope it does. And if you want to join us in Feng Shui School, and again, the decluttering certification this season, it is open right now for registration, and there's a link below in the description box, and I'll put it in the comments to learn more and join us. It would be such a joy to welcome you in, and it is such a joy to be able to share this with you because it's something within your hands that you can do right now. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, because YouTube's really particular about this, and if you don't subscribe, you may not see videos again. So please subscribe and share the video with your friends if you are inspired to do so, because we can all use this reminder and this message. Everything must go that's in the way. This whole channel's full of videos for you to explore, and lots more about decluttering that I will make sure are linked, and I'll be back soon with more.